By using the inversion kinematic with an oloid shape, there is a strong possibility of increasing the efficiency of this process by a factor of 10. So the water purification process could be 10 times quicker than the already fairly fast process that Schatz demonstrated could occur. Schatz also demonstrated that by using peat as a catalyst, you could remove the radioactive isotopes from polluted water. In the same manner, for Schatz, he used peat because Rudolf Steiner at one point suggested that peat would be found to be an antidote to radioactivity. But again, no one knew what he meant. So Schatz thought that perhaps if he put peat inside the container as a catalyst and then pumped radioactive water through the machine while it was in operation, it would take the radioactivity away, and it did. What we didn't know, and what Schatz didn't test at the time, was whether the radioactivity had transferred itself into the peat, which is probably what did happen. But there were no tests done at that time to see if the peat had become radioactive. That is another experiment that I intend to do in the near future. And one of these had to do with simply the vitality of water. He didn't use any catalysts, he just put water through the machine while it was operating, and then took that water and put it in a tray under a row of hyacinth bulbs. And he then took ordinary tap water and put that in another tray under a similar row of hyacinth bulbs. And he discovered that the root growth on the bulbs that were suspended above the water that had been through the mixer was 3 times stronger than the root growth in the tap water. So there was something about the water itself that had changed. It is part of Rudolf Steiner's insights into nature that water is connected intimately with what he called etheric forces. These are forces that are related to the cosmos and that manifest on Earth in all living, in plant growth especially, but in all forms of life. And so that there is an intimate connection between water and the plant world, which of course we are quite aware of, but that this connection is connected with the etheric forces which are not visible to the eye, but are visible to a certain level of clairvoyant perception. Rudolf Steiner indicated that if we were to learn how to use etheric forces, it would be of great benefit to mankind. Water is perhaps certainly one of our most valuable commodities, or I shouldn't call it a commodity, certainly one of our most valuable elements. There could be no life without water. And what is special about water is that it unites itself with etheric forces in a way which we do not yet understand. And the function of the oloid mixer, and indeed of the kinematic inversion as a whole, can be to increase the effectiveness with which water unites with the etheric realm. And that produces what can be called living water. Water that is much more beneficial to the plant kingdom and much more healthy to the human kingdom.